Okay, everybody. We would like to welcome you to our new consultant training call. This is our call number 2, and we are excited. I see some familiar faces from last week, so we love that you're sticking with it. We hope that. Does anybody have any wonderful, great news from last week to this week? Are you guys putting? Yes. Any good news from last week to this week? Maybe.
I've got 3 parties going on this week.
Awesome.
Oh, that's great. Who's that?
It's Trina.
Oh, Trina. Awesome.
Good news. That's awesome.
Yay. I think Amber's got some good news. She's got a baby. And she didn't have last week.
Yep.
Right? You didn't have that baby last week, did you?
Nope.
No? She go figure.
I had him
I love
on
it.
Thursday of last week.
What's that?
I had him on Thursday of last week.
Pretty cool. Okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So that's a new thing from last week.
My Christy has 1930 in points in Dash.
Oh, awesome.
Wow.
That's great.
Hey, Sharon. So we have a brand new consultant joining us. She just signed, what, a couple days ago, right?
Correct, yes.
Yeah, just signed a few days ago. So there you go. I've known Sharon since I started this business. It's got to be forever, right?
It has been
for her
forever.
mom. What's that?
It has been forever, that's for
I
sure.
know. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yep. We used to do those little girly parties. What did we call them?
Chick
Parties.
parties.
That was the preferred language back then. So, yeah, it's been a long time. So we're excited to have her on board. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead. So everybody put in the chat. If you weren't with us last week and you didn't have any points, maybe you can share something exciting that's happened to you between now and last week. If you want to put it in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and share screen. Hold on, I lost my screen. Whoops. Okay. Can everybody see this?
Yes.
Yes.
We're good?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we want to welcome you to our successful Strong Cut Start. This is our call number 2, but don't worry. All the material is great. We always keep videos that you can go back and view, but you know, we love having you hang around with us, you guys. So oh, I guess I turned it already. All right, so our whole goal in this is that the more you learn, the more you earn, and that's what we want. You know, it's like anything else, you know, whatever you do, you have to learn more about it so that you could understand it, so that you could be feel confident in your business. So a lot of you started probably because you love Pampered Chef products. Is that right?
Yes.
Yay! Yeah. So we want you to learn though, because that's what's going to help you. You know, I always say that, you know, people that, you know, nail technicians, people that, you know, even do your hair, hairdressers, things like that, they got to go to school. So they just don't hang a sign outside their door, you know, get a manicure because they don't know what they're doing. So they've got to go to school. They've got to learn a little bit about it. Same thing with our business. So we're going to have you continue those Dash trainings. So for those of you that shared with us how many points that you have with that and how many more points that you have, awesome. We'll talk a little bit about Dash again. So here's what's always important, no matter where you are in your business. I've been doing this 30 years. Louise, what are you, 15?
16.
16, you go fast. And Patty, where's Patty? I don't know where she's at, but she's been with us a while.
14.
14. All right.
14. Holy cow.
Yeah. I know. And I just celebrated 30 years back in May.
Wow.
But I started really, really, really young.
Yeah, you must have. It must have been like 10.
I know. I could have been. Wait, hold on here. All right. So the best thing that you could do for your business is do your reach outs. You want to make those two-way contacts. So in order for it to count as a contact, you need somebody to respond to you. How many of you have done that? How many of you guys have actually reached out to some people and said, hey, I'm getting started in my business, and there's verbiage everywhere, but we'll talk about that later, and have shared with people that you are starting a new business and you are looking to have some parties, virtual parties. So something easy. They don't even have to get out of their pajamas, get out of bed. They can, you know, they can just do this anywhere, in the line at the grocery store. So the other important thing about reaching out to those people is to be able to keep track of them. So we want you to make sure that you keep track of them. Another dash and the resources at the Pampered Chef, pamperedchef.com. Another resource to you is our PC Team Training Facebook group. So if you guys aren't there already, it's called Virtual PC Team Training. And I would definitely suggest that you get in there, because there's a lot of great material in there on how to actually do virtual parties. So, and then the other thing is, we want you to really, check in with your director recruiter and make sure that, you are getting the support that you need. How's that? All right, Patty. I don't know where you are, but take it away.
I'm here.
I can't see you.
Can you see me?
I can't, but that's okay.
I can.
Okay, I'm here. Okay, so let's talk about connections. So for those of you that have been on the calls before, this is familiar, but for you brand new people, what we know is that even though like we're peddling kitchen tools, our business is really about so much more than that. I know Patty's laughing at me. Our business really is so much more than that. And I think that's what makes us unique, is that we want to connect with our customers. We want to connect with our hosts, and provide solutions for them. Of course, our solutions are within our products, but we provide demonstrations and how to use things and shortcuts and things that really help our customers in the kitchen. So when you're reaching out to people, I want you to really think of that way. I know, especially, and I'm 14 years in, I still feel that way. I sometimes feel like the crazy Pampered Chef lady, but I try to remind myself that I'm not just selling somebody a food chopper or a deep cover baker or a grill pan. I'm helping them know, or a quick cooker, because when we sell someone a pressure cooker, we sell experience with that. And I talk to people all the time who buy an Instapot from Walmart and it's still in the box. They have no idea what to do with it. And they're afraid of it, so they don't have anyone to reach out to. A lot of times they reach out to me because I offer kitchen solutions, and so I can help them with whatever they have. So I want you to really think about that when you're reaching out to your friends and family, especially if you're brand new. You're not being the crazy Pampered Chef lady. You're offering kitchen solutions. So just keep telling yourself that. I call it my dentist office phone calls, because we have the best dentist. And anytime they do any kind of procedure on the kids, they were calling the next day to see how the kids were. Like, that's good customer service. And that's what we're here for, is good customer service. So when you're looking in Dash, and when you're talking to your friends and family about bookings and a lot of our trainings, they really focus on that. It's not just, can you book a party? It's, what kitchen solutions can I help you with? And I want you to really think about your parties and design them that way, so that they're offering solutions to people. This time of year, I love our blog. If you have not gotten on the blog, get on your website and check out the blog. It has so much information in there, and I break that down into bite-sized pieces for my customers and put it in my parties. And I was doing that tonight with the Thanksgiving one. There's a countdown to Thanksgiving, and there's just so much information in there. And so I just break it down into bite-sized pieces into posts in my virtual parties. So think about your friends and your family, offer holiday gifting parties, wine and appetizer parties. What do we call it? Sips and dips. Do it yourself parties. a lot of mine I'm just calling holiday shopping, just because that's what people want to hear. They don't want to be sold to. And that's not what we're about either. So when you're talking about that, there's so much wording in there. If you're not on our virtual team training, the wording in there is really great, especially if you're brand new. It's just tweaking it to your personality. There's no reason to reinvent the wheel. Just tweak the card to fit you. Let's see. When you're booking your, I'm very visual, and so it helps me to have in front of me what I have available and what my goals are. And so I use a day planner. I use a paper calendar as well as my Google Calendar. And on my month at a glance, I draw 4 lines, and we'll show y'all that here in a second too. Just 4 lines on, and I highlighted how many parties I want that week. So right now I'm trying to hit the trip goal, so I know how many parties that's going to take, and I want to get it done before Thanksgiving, or get it close by Thanksgiving, or not Thanksgiving, Christmas. Yeah, Thanksgiving would be nice. So I have how many parties I want highlighted so I can fill those in, and so I could see it. Okay. So when you're reaching out to people, say things like, hey friend, how are you doing? How's your family doing? If you're looking at somebody on Facebook, look at their page before you reach out to them. You want to make sure they're not in the middle of some kind of trauma. And you want to have an idea of what's going on in their life to give you something to talk about. You want to be authentic. But definitely reach out to people and let them know that you've become a consultant. If you've already reached out to people, if you're an older consultant, tell them you're offering a new holiday theme. But for you guys that are new, let them know, hey, I don't know if you know, or I don't know if you saw on my page, I just became a Pampered Chef consultant, and I'm so excited. I'm doing some fun Facebook parties with a fun holiday theme. And just where I share quick recipes, play lots of games, learn some tips and tricks for holiday planning. Everybody's cooking more. Tweak the words to be you. Is that something you'd be interested in? Ask yes or no questions. Ask questions they have to respond to. Don't say things like, let me know if you'd be interested, because are the odds good that they're going to respond to that?
No.
They're not. So you want it to be a yes or no question. Is that something you'd be interested in? Do you think you could help me out by being a guinea pig host? Tweak the wording. Look at all the wordings that your upline is sharing, so that because some of that stuff is tried and true, and you don't have to reinvent the wheel. That's what I love about this business. But also understand that what works for someone may not work for you. So don't feel intimidated to tweak it. If something doesn't feel natural, change it to how you would talk. If you're not in Texas, you might not y'all everybody to death. I pretty much y'all everybody to death. So
I love that though.
I'm just saying.
I know, I love it.
Look at your calendar, see what you have available, give them 2 dates. Or I'll often say, if they say, yeah, I'll do a party, if it's an in-person party, which we're kind of limited on how many of those we do, depending on the area you're in. Right now, our area is kind of in a hot spot, so we're not doing in-person parties. And just say what works better for you, Monday or Wednesday, or say, I run my parties from Friday to Friday. I have this Friday and this Friday open. Which one works better for your schedule? Because if they have a bunch of stuff going on a weekend, you don't want to be in the middle of that. You want them to be able to at least give your party some attention. They don't have to do a lot, but they need to do something. So you definitely don't want to book over, a romantic weekend away with a hubby. Not really a good weekend to plan a Pampered Chef party, even a virtual one. So think about those things. Okay.
Yeah, I love that. I love what you said, Patty, I just want to make a comment about that, about, see what's on their wall before on their personal wall, to make sure that everything's okay, because they could be in the middle of some turmoil,
Yeah. And I have so many friends right now going through so many things. And
Yeah.
one of my current hosts, we started her party Friday, and her husband got put in the hospital Saturday with pneumonia, COVID-related pneumonia. And it's like, I just found out today. I'm like, girl, why didn't you tell me? And, do you want to pause your party? Do you want to keep going? Because really it's just kitchen stuff. It's not like, she's busy. They have 2 littles at home. So, I mean, yeah, it's our business, but we also have to be mindful of that too. She's got a lot going on. So, but she wanted to go for it. So I'm like, okay, whatever. But, you want them to know you really do care. Because I really do care. So, anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. So, use your planner to schedule your activities. Remember your why. Like in the front of my planner, it has my vision board. So it's got my big goals and those kinds of things, specific things I'm reaching for and the things that I want to do with my family. But I also have it broken down into, and I write it across the top of my month or even my week. What is my business going to help me do for my family? And I keep that in front of me, because it's really easy to get complacent. It's really easy to get scared of reaching out to someone and to get stalled if you don't know why you're doing what you're doing. It's real easy when you're working for someone else, you're showing up for that paycheck. But sometimes when you're your own boss, I firmly believe it's harder to be your own boss than to work for someone else. But you should be at least as accountable to yourself as you are to a time clock that you're punching. Use what works for you. For me, I use a combination of a Google Calendar and a paper calendar, and I color code everything. Because sorry, y'all, I don't know if y'all can hear the kids screaming. So,
Oh no, we can't hear a thing.
Nothing. I don't hear a thing. No.
yeah, I don't hear anything. I'm like, I put my earbuds on, but that doesn't really help. It just makes me feel better. Lets me hear you better. So where was I going with that? Highlighters, color coding, schedule everything. Schedule your host coaching, sending out your host packets, your customer care, your leads. Schedule everything into your calendar. If you did a bad job at that yesterday or last week, that's okay. Tomorrow's a new day. Start over. So always try to do better than you did the day before. And just look at the systems that are out there and find what works for you. Because ultimately, that's who it's up to, is you. So, do y'all want to see my calendar?
Yeah, let's see.
Yes.
Okay. So here's my paper one. Can y'all see?
Wait,
You're
let
gonna
me
have to.
stop share. Hold on. I'll stop share. Wait, let me put you on
Spotlight.
spotlight.
I'm really excited to share this month. Am I showing to? Oh, that's September. We don't look at September, y'all. Remember that whole, if you didn't do great yesterday, do it again. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. So I subbed for the junior high today. I might have had a glass of wine when I got home. So,
I just want everybody to know that this is not how all of our new consultant trainings go.
okay, y'all tell me if I'm being bad. I'll just get off.
No, you're
okay,
fine.
can y'all see that? So I'll just so it's got the month at a glance, and I just highlight pink. Pink is my virtual party color, and I just fill it in so I know what I want to do. And y'all, I have 8 parties between this week and next week. I'm a little bit excited about that.
Yay!
Yay! So
Here
that's
we
my goal.
come.
Yay! 4 parties no matter what. And I got next week halfway full, so, or the week after. Just do what works for you. And for me, that works for me to see those lines, to know what I have to fill in. And I want y'all to start thinking really about December, because our Christmas cutoff for Christmas delivery is the 12th. So if you're doing 4 shows no matter what, 4 shows a week no matter what, that's 16 shows a month. I don't know about y'all, but I'm pretty much not working the week of Christmas. and most people aren't either. I mean, I'll post some things. People aren't really going to want to party that week. So I'm taking those 4 parties for that week and I'm shifting them forward so that I'm trying to do 6 parties the first 2 weeks. And I'm cutting that short because we got that December 12th cutoff. So that gives us the first 2 weeks full. So think ahead about that. Plan ahead for that. That last week of December, you can book some get parties in there. It kind of depends on the person. I have hosts that they're not really tied to anything like that, and they don't care. Plus, we're doing virtual, so what does it really matter? And people are spending Christmas money. People get money for Christmas. Maybe their eye and an air fryer. That's a great time for them to get it. So it's that week after Christmas, and that's a great time to have a party. And kids are still home. You can focus on cooking with kids in the kitchen and focus on what to do with leftovers. Oh my gosh, who ends up with a crap ton of leftovers? But you still have the new year. People are still partying. So they're looking for tips for appetizers, a whole different kind of cooking than we typically do for Thanksgiving and Christmas is what we do for New Year's. So kind of think about those things and those solutions that you're offering to your customers, because again, it's about making those connections, meeting them where they are and what they need. They got those kids home all day. They need things to do. Salt dough ornaments, cooking in the kitchen, cookies, decorating, all kinds of things. Offer solutions. It's a great time for them to teach their kids to cook. I know for me, a busy week is not a time to be teaching my kids in the kitchen. But when things are kind of slow, those are the times you can teach your 13-year-old how to brown a hamburger meat. Offer those kind of suggestions to your family, to your customers, make those connections. Okay.
Oh, wait, did I miss this? No, we did that, right?
We
Yep.
did that. So
Okay,
do
and
the
then
digital
digital, yeah.
calendar. Yeah. So your digital calendar is the same way. Everybody in my family is color coded. Pampered Chef has its own colors. Getting my nails done has its own color. So I have just different categories. So each of my kids have a category. And most of Pampered Chef stuff is in green because what do I get paid with? Green money. Show mama the money. And so schedule your things. When are you going to do your host coaching? When are you going to do your contacts? And sometimes that'll look like you have 30 minutes at a time or you have an hour at a time. And sometimes that'll be in the car line. And sometimes that'll be sitting at the doctor's office. But you plan out your schedule. Look at what you're doing. Sunday nights is a great night to do that. Just look at your week and see what you've got going on and where you can plug things. Sometimes it can be set on repeat and goes every Monday you do this. Sometimes it just depends on because life happens. And that's the beautiful thing about this business is that your office hours are flexible. They're not optional, but they are flexible. So you get to plan your work around your family instead of your family around your work.
Yes. Yes. Louise.
Oh, it's Louise's turn.
Okay, yep. Now we're going to talk about how to build your team and what that would look like. So I know y'all are new and you're probably thinking, build a team. Oh my gosh, I've just got started. Well, that's perfect. The first person you're going to want to ask to build a team with to join you on this journey would be your best friend. Wouldn't it be fun to go to do this alongside with one of your best friends? So that would be someone that you could ask. You want to start also with your Frank's list. In the last week's call number 1, we talked about making your list, your launch list. Well, your launch list and a Frank's list are the same. Frank just stands for friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, and K is for kids or who you know through your kids. So go through your list that you created last week that we talked about. You wrote down everyone you were going to contact about hosting the party. Well, now look at that list and think, maybe these people would like to actually join the business and do this alongside me. So ask your best friend, be a male or female. We have lots of men in the business now. Someone that you admire or someone that you would like to work alongside with. Any teachers or nurses that you know, they are great Pampered Chef consultants. Recent grads or students, somebody that has student debt that they need to pay off, someone that recently graduated college but has yet to find their job in their field. Maybe this could be something to supplement their income. Anyone who was furloughed or was laid off during the pandemic, that this would be a perfect opportunity for them to earn an income. Your hosts and your guests. Well, obviously your hosts and your guests would be great person or people to ask, because if they're hosting a party, obviously they like Pampered Chef, right? And if they're a guest at a party, those are all people that you're going to want to ask about the business opportunity. So now that we know who are the people to be looking at, let's go to the next screen, Patty. And we're going to talk about or concentrate on recruiting your host or asking your host to join your team. So you're going to want to ask your host 5 times. So I know that that sounds like a lot. Oh my gosh, 5 times. But once you hear the steps to the 5 times, it'll make sense. So just listen to like how I'm saying it, and then you'll see that asking 5 times really isn't that hard and doesn't really sound like a lot. So in the very beginning, before the party even starts, when you're connecting with the host or the person that will be hosting, this will be the first time that you'll want to ask them if they would like to get started with the business. You could say, you know, this might be the last thing on your mind, but I'd love to offer you this business. Have you ever thought about making a little extra money? Maybe you want to put some aside for retirement or paying off credit card bills. Maybe you like to travel. Whatever the reason, this business could be for you. Would this be something that you're interested in? I could help you with your first party. I would still run your first party, but you would be the host and the consultant. So that would be before you even have the party, when you're first reaching out, you know, a couple of weeks ahead of time. All right, so that, let's say they say yes. Well, yay, right? Get them signed up. And then I still run the party for that person so that they can watch and learn at the same time, so they can see how to do a virtual party. Back in the day when I was doing the cooking parties, I would offer to do their launch party and go and do the cooking party for that. All right, let's just say they say no. Okay, well then the second time you're gonna ask is while you're setting up the party. So while you're setting it up on Consultants Corner and you're gonna set up the group, then I reach out to them again and I say, hey, just to remind you that if you did decide to start your business today, we could set the party up under your name so that you would get the hostess rewards and earn the commission. You will also start earning all the new consultant incentives. So what do you say? You want to take a look at the kits? And then I give them the link to my personal website and tell them to go to where it says be a consultant. And then I let them know to go ahead and look at the 3 different kit options, or that we also have images and marketing imagery that has the kits on there as well. So you can just send that picture to them, have them look at that, ask them if they have any questions, and if they're ready to get started. And of course, if they say yes, well, yay, then help them get signed up and then walk them through how to set up a party on Consultants Corner. I still go ahead and set up the group so that I'm still in charge of the party. I set up the group just like I would be if I was, if she was not the consultant. And then I just get her link and I party, like I said just a few minutes ago, just that I'm putting her shopping link from that she set up on Consultants Corner. All right, she says no. Now we go on. I've gone ahead and set up the party. She started inviting all of her guests. People are joining the party. This is the 3rd time to now mention it again. Wow, look at you. You have 45 people already joining your group. They must really love Pampered Chef as much as you do. This would be a great time to let them know if you were interested in launching your business. It's not too late. You can still sign up and become the consultant. What do you think? I would love to have you on my team. Are you in? You know, all they can say is no, yes or no, right? All right. So now let's say she's like, oh, wow, yeah, look, I've got 45 people in my group. Obviously, yeah, why not? So it's not too late. You can still get her signed up. Then you would just use the shopping link that she creates in her consultant's corner and not the one that you did in your consultant's corner. So if you get to that point and you have questions, contact your recruiter or your director to help you move forward. Okay, so now let's just say she says no. Next, Patty. So now we're moving on to 4 and 5. So number 4 is midway through the party. Part of our host coaching, we talked about that last week. Part of our host coaching is you're giving your host stuff to post in the party, and you're asking your host to be an active participant in the party. So once you see how she's participating, that would be another great way to mention the business again. You know, oh my goodness, you are a fabulous host, commenting, and you're having such a fun time with your friends. I love how involved you are. Could you imagine doing this and making money at the same time? If you could make an extra $100 or $400, $600, or even $1,000 more a month, what would you do with that extra money? I also say that at this point, it's still not too late to change it to her. You can get, if she's already earned the kit credit, let's say she's at $200 in sales already midway through the party, she's earned that $25 kit credit. At this point, she could still, you can close the party, and then she can use that kit credit, get signed up. You could help her in Consultant's Corner, get the party set up, and then switch from using your link to her link. And then the rest of the party would go to her, and you got the first part of the party. So I know that probably sounds confusing since many of you are on your first call, but don't let that scare you, because we are here to help you. Your director, your recruiter is here to help you. Okay, the very last time to ask, and this is super easy time to ask, and if you are afraid to ask all 5 times, you definitely want to ask the first time, and you definitely want to ask this 5th time, because the 5th time is super easy. So after the party, you're done, you're ready to close up or whatever the party, let them know, maybe they earned a $50 kit credit. Let them know, oh my goodness, are you interested in the business opportunity now? You've just earned a kit credit that can go towards the kit. Had you been the consultant, you would have earned X amount in commission, and just go from there and see what she says. And then you can tweak your conversation to, how she's feeling. But definitely, I always mention the kit credit that they've earned at the end of the party, and just let them know about that, because and what I made as a commission, because sometimes people don't even know we make commission. Sometimes people think, oh, you just get paid in product, or I don't know what they think, but just let them know, right? So if all else fails and you're afraid of asking 5 times, always ask in the beginning and in the end. All right, next. All right, so you also want to throw in some recruiting posts during your party days. So you can find these pictures and images that you see here all on Marketing Imagery. If you are in any of those groups, there's, I think I'm in 3 Pampered Chef virtual party training groups on Facebook, and there's lots of images that people create and put on there as well. So you're going to want to share those during your party. If you're brave, go live. It's not as scary as you think. Go live, or you can just pre-record yourself, video yourself, using a couple of the products from your kit that you got. So for an example, you could be using your manual food processor on chopping up an onion, which is super easy and not very scary at all, and just say, hey, check this out. This was one of my products that I got in my starter kit. Check it out. It's called a manual food processor. So now you're talking about a product and you're talking about that you got it in your kit. You're going to want to share your story. So I share my story in the beginning of all my parties. That's my very first, it's my first posting day. I have a pre-recorded video and I change it up monthly. I introduce myself. I say how the party is going to go on the different days. And then I just say, hey, I've been in business for 16 years. I would love to share this with you. I started because, and I tell my story. I stay because, and I say why I'm staying. How to create a story, by the way, is all on Dash training. So if you haven't gotten to that, be sure to look for that, to how to share and tell your story. And play trivia games like Pampered Chef has trivia games they're offered, that you can just use that. And I do a pre-recorded video again on the day that I share that trivia. And there's one also on why host a party. I have a pre-recorded video of me of that as well. And I talk about the benefits. So that way I'm not going live doing it. It's just, I've just saved it in my phone. So there you go. When people start asking you questions, it's good for them to ask in the actual party thread, because then those people that are silent watchers, you know, there's always those people that are interested, but they're shy to ask a question. If you're getting engagement on any of your posts, then that's good, because the silent watchers will be seen. And you can always say, you know, if you want more information, reach out to me, just send me a message. And then you can have that one-on-one contact with them. And then also, if somebody's asking you a lot of questions, sometimes, you know, well, on everything I say, you'll earn participation points. So some people are just asking a lot of questions just to get those participation points. But some people might be asking the questions because they really are curious. So then I'll just say, hey, I'm going to shoot you a message. So be looking for it. Or you could say, hey, shoot me a message. Either way, it doesn't matter. And then I just say something to the effect with, hey, those were great questions. You know, I would love to help you get started in this business. And then, you know, have that conversation with that party guest that way. Does anybody have any questions about any of that so far?
No, good job, you guys.
Okay,
Ah,
that's you.
this is me, Patty with an I. Okay, so obviously everybody has a kit. You can start for as little as $99. And the value of that kit is like $400. So you know what, with each kit that you buy, I mean, when you think about buying a business, you're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars. These are valued at $99, $159, and $269. And for $269, you know, you get products that are valued over $1,100. So that's pretty cool. Plus, here it is, you can actually earn more than $200 in free products. So that's in addition to what you get. Plus, guess what? We actually pay you for the sales that you submit. So that's pretty cool. If you do $500 in your very first 30 days, besides getting your commission, like I said, you're going to also earn the ceramic egg cooker, which I have to tell you, if you do not, anybody have that ceramic egg cooker? Everybody should have a ceramic egg cooker. Yes, yay. Probably one of my favorite things. I know Ralphie, who's my dog, we like it because, you know, 2 to 3 times a week we get some scrambled eggs and a fun egg breakfast. So it is great. And so is the mini skinny scraper, you know, part of our scraper collection. With $12.50 in sales in your first 90 days, you're going to earn the nonstick fry pan. So that is pretty good. So all of our pans, those nonstick pans, the best part, besides being have a nonstick coating on there and things slide right off of there, there's no rivets. It's amazing. Probably one of the easiest pans to clean. And the handles actually come off the pan itself. They are oven safe and they're easy to stack. So definitely a plus with all those different things. And then with $2,500 in sales in your first 90 days, you can earn yourself the 10-inch stainless steel cookware. Now, I'm just going to say that that nonstick cookware, that stainless steel nonstick cookware, gives you the best of both worlds. So you're going to get the properties of the stainless steel, which obviously has high, you can actually cook higher heats in there, and you can actually produce fond in there. So when you're cooking something, you can't produce that same thing on a nonstick pan. So for me, when I'm making what I call gravy, but a lot of people call it spaghetti sauce or whatever, when you are sauteing your olive oil and your onions and your garlic and stuff, that's what you're making with that, and then of course your meat that you've sauteed in there before. But just amazing cookware. It's kind of one of those, it's my go-to pan. And then with $5,000 in sales, Knife Block Set, people, the best knives, hands down. Pretty amazing. They do the work for you, just super sharp. They're German forged steel. They're, a full tang blade on there, just very weighted. They're amazing knives. I definitely would say that you guys probably got one in your kit. So here's what we don't want you to do. We don't want you leaving money on the table. We want you to definitely take advantage. If you're thinking, I only want to do a couple shows a month, well, first of all, right now is when you should be doing the most. You should be reaching out to as many people as you can. It is the holiday season. Reach out to people. People are looking for gift ideas. They're looking for ideas for appetizers, kind of like Louise was talking about before. They're looking for quick, fast meals, especially if they're working all day long. They are working for kid-friendly meals, healthy meals, whatever it is that you're doing. And they're, it's gift ideas too. So, and festive holiday ideas. So, and I'm going to show you really quick. I want to show you, I'll remember to do that at the end, the blog that she was talking about, because I thought that I love the blog. So we don't want you to do that. So, what else can you earn, you say? What else? What else is there? Of course, there's always more. So for every new consultant, so for every person that you recruit and qualifies, you are going to earn $100 in cash. Yep, $100. So if you have 5 recruits, it's $500. You're also going to earn $50 in Pampered Chef dollars for every qualified recruit. So that could earn you with 5 up to $250 in Pampered Chef dollars. Pampered Chef dollars are the thing that you could actually purchase products with. You can buy supplies. You can national conference things. There's all kinds of things that you can do with your Pampered Chef dollars. The other thing is if you promote to director in 90 days. So if you're what's called our fast track director, who loves card cold cash? I do. You could earn $500 cash. Like seriously, that's pretty cool. And when you're paid as a director for the next 3 months, so once you earn it and you paid as a director for the next 3 months, you're going to earn an additional $500 in cash. And then it doesn't stop there. When you promote to advanced director, by your 6th month, you're going to earn $1,000 in cash. So they actually double that reward for you. And then when you're paid as an advanced director for the next 3 months, another $1,000 in cash. So if you were counting along with me, you have probably got the same total that I have, and it's a $300 cash bonus. Yes, that's what it is.
3,000.
What's that?
3,000. You said 300.
Oh, did I really?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. It's 3,000. See, I can't even count. So absolutely. And this is paid right along with your commission and all your other incentives that you get. Because if you haven't already figured it out, this is our free for all month. So every single month we have some kind of consultant incentive that they can earn with a certain dollar amount. This month it starts at $1,250. Is that right, Louise? Yeah, that's right, $1,250. So, but you're earning the new spring products for next year. So this month and next month, so you're kind of like double dipping. You guys, this is the perfect time for you. So it is a wonderful opportunity. So what are your rewards to promoting? So what does being a director look like? It's being a leader in the company. You're not doing their business for them. You are just guiding them along and giving them the advice, and of course we're here to help you. But you could earn samples of the new season products every seasonal which is every 6 months, which is March and September. We have monthly webinars for leaders. We just had our call not long ago. But we did have a spotlight training call yesterday, so that's really good. That's our training call. A dedicated Facebook group just for the directors. So I also think that you guys are in a dedicated Facebook group for new consultants. Am I right? You guys get in there. I think you guys can, there's a link that they make you click on. Are you guys all in that? Maybe? No,
I don't.
nobody knows even what I'm talking about. They're like, no, I don't know. You know, it's so funny because we're not in that group, obviously, because it's meant for new consultants, but we should figure that out, right? But there is calls for new consultants as well. Do you guys know what I'm talking about, or does that not ring a bell? Not at all. Anybody?
It doesn't ring a bell.
Does it ring?
Oh, Lord. Okay.
So,
Is it
Uh,
the PC Strong Start
yes.
page?
But it's Pampered Chef. It's run by Pampered Chef, actually. So our home office runs that group.
Yeah, they post in it a lot.
They do. What's the name of the group?
PC Strong Start?
Is it? Okay. All right.
Was it in an email that you got sent from them?
I don't remember how I got into it.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh. Let me see. PC Strong Start. Let me just see if that's it. PC Strong Start. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that is it. Yep. Yep. I'm not allowed to join the group, but you guys can. Anyway, so that's a dedicated group for new consultants. But look, if you're going to be a director, you'll just wait and join that group too. Anyway, specialized training for leaders. So like I just said before, resources to plan team meetings. So when you see us doing all these meetings, you're like, I can't put together those things. It's because they're already put together. And exclusive recognition when you promote. And we are here to support all your new consultants, just like we're supporting you. So don't worry about not knowing what you're doing and rating to recruit. When you have someone sign up, we're going to help you train them, and they're going to, until you feel confident enough to train them yourselves. But we always have these training calls. So there's no reason not to have people join your team. Yes?
Yes.
Yes. So what happens outside your comfort zone? Magic. There's always something about being able to step out of your comfort zone, because lots of things can happen. So just saying. Okay. Yeah. Ooh. Patty, the other Patty.
I'm here.
Oh,
I'm walking. Sorry.
that's okay.
Okay.
You're a girl on the move.
I have to change rooms where it's a little more quiet. Okay, so like Patty said, your success is just outside your comfort zone. And so I didn't create this saying. They stuck my name at the bottom, but I didn't say this. But if you want the business to work, the reality is you have to work your business. You're in business for yourself. You're just not by yourself. We're here to help you. Sorry, my feet are cold. We're here to help you. We want you to succeed. We see things in you, and we believe in you in ways that you probably don't even believe yourself. So just follow our belief for right now until you have your own belief, and just know that we're here for you. Anytime that you start a new job, you have training. There's a learning curve, and I want you to just think of this the same way. We all do. This is a new job, basically, and you're gonna have to learn stuff. And so that's what we're here for. And the great thing is there are so many resources out there at your fingertips. So Pampered Chef, we've all been in the business a while, and back in the day, we used to have to mail everything in, and we didn't have all these computer resources and training resources. And so it's just fabulous, the things that we have available now. So take advantage of that. Next slide.
Okay.
Okay, this is one of my favorite things. This is the I am And I talk to my kids a lot about speaking life to things. And so we know, like, there's scientific evidence that the things that you say to yourself make a difference. So it's so easy, and I don't really understand why it is, but it's so easy to believe negative things. But I want you to start a shift in your brain to start telling yourself positive things. And if you don't even know where to start, there's an app for that. There's an app for everything. It's called the I Am app, and you can set it to give you positive reminders and affirmations however many times a day work for you. Do it at least 5, and it just pops up with different things to remind you that you're amazing and can do anything, because positivity is a choice. Celebrate your individuality, make your business your own. It's so easy to copy and paste things, but we want you to be individual. We want you to be authentic. That's what people are gonna be drawn to you. Be prepared to succeed. I know sometimes it's hard to see ourselves on the other side of success, but be ready for that. Start telling yourself, choose to be happy, choose to be successful, choose abundance in your life.
Uh-oh, where'd you go?
Get lost. Do we have another slide?
Oh, sorry, Patty. I couldn't hear you. Okay.
Oh, now it's okay. Now it's Louise's turn.
Okay. All right. So what else? Well, this is homework. Ha! You thought you weren't going to get any homework. Ha! You thought you were out of school. Nope. First thing is you want to continue with your DASH training, because I think Patty said it earlier tonight, the more you learn, the more you earn. And that's what we all want. Yeah. So take a look at your DASH points, and then try to increase those points. Try to double them by next week. That would be really great. And for those that are brand new, you're going to want to start with the welcome and the getting started. And then the more you do, the more that will open up for you, the more you'll see. It's never ending. There's a lot of DASH training. So just keep on doing those. You want to continue doing your daily reach outs, having your two-way contacts, your two-way conversations. Do at least 8 to 10 a day. More is better. Remember, it doesn't count as a contact if you just reach out to somebody and then you don't get a reply back. You have to have that two-way conversation going. And track your contacts. I think personally, I don't do anything digitally. So get a notebook and track them in your notebook. Keep a log so that you can remember who it is you spoke to and remember what they said. Maybe somebody said, contact me next week. So make sure that you put that in your notebook, and then next week, make sure you contact them. Maybe they said, contact me in 2 months. So make sure to do that. I personally like to use, I know Patty was talking about contacts earlier tonight. I like to use a binder, and then I have it January through December. And then if somebody says to me, oh, contact me in February. I'm ready to host a party in February. Well, it's easier for me to put that contact, write it on a slip of paper. I actually use our old drawing slips. Do those still come in the kits, Patty? The prize drawing slips?
Good question. I don't know, Louise. I can look and see.
Huh. Anyway, if you got some prize drawing slips in your new consultant kit, that's what I use. And so I use a 3-ring binder. I'll poke a hole in it, punch a hole in it, and then I'll put that person in February. So now when it's February and I open up that part of my binder, I can say, oh, look, she said to contact her in February. So I will. However you choose to do it, just make sure that you are remembering and you have a way. You could also use a file folder with those cards. What are those file folder cards? And you can do January through December. So you contact Mary. Mary says, contact me in February. You write Mary's name on a file folder card and you stick her in February. So there's lots of different ways to keep track of your contacts. All right, you want to check out our virtual PC Team Training Facebook page. If you haven't already joined that, please be sure to do that. There's so much information on there. There's different units you can take. There's videos you can watch, how to set up parties, how to do Facebook. There's a mock party on there. So if you go to media, there is images that you can use. Obviously, you want to continue to check in with your director or your recruiter, whoever brought you into the business. There is a great recruiting video in marketing imagery that you can watch that will help you when you are reaching out to your new potential recruits. We also have a Saturday Success Training Facebook group that they do. What time is that? I can't remember. I'm never on
I
those.
think it's, as far as Central Time, so I think it's like 8 o'clock, 8 or 9 o'clock Central Time here. We couldn't find it. I'll
Yeah, they used to be at 10, and I was always at the gym at 10, so I never ever made it to any of those. Now that it's earlier, it's
I
probably.
think for them it's 10, so Central Time I think it's 8.
Oh, okay.
That's why I think it is.
Okay. And then
I'll-
make sure in your bio on your Facebook page that you have Pampered Chef on there. So I have it as my job, and I have my website there as well. So they want to make sure that you are Pampered Chef. So that's why they want to have that in your bio. But you also want it in your bio so that when other people are, going to your Facebook page to check you out, they're being nosy bodies, want to see what you're up to, and they check on your profile, that your information is there and your website is there, so they can, know that you're a consultant, and they can actually place an order if they want to because your website is there. I have my link tree on mine. If you don't know what a link tree is, that's a whole nother topic, but I have my link tree there so that they can check out all that information. All right. What else, Patty?
Let's see. I think we're probably closing in on the end here. Okay, let's brainstorm. What are your struggles? Let me see if there's anything else, and then we'll ask if there's any questions. This is kind of where we are. Here's what I would like to do. I just wanted to show everybody a couple things. Am I still screen sharing? No.
No.
Okay, hold on here.
There you are.
Let me screen share. I just want to screen share this. Hold on just a second here. So this is what Patty was talking about. These are the blogs that Patty was talking about. They're pretty awesome. So if you go to your website, whatever you assigned it as, Louise Morris or whatever Patty did, whatever you did, www.pamperedchef.biz/ whatever that is. There is a blog there that actually has all of these great things at the top. So make it easy, food and drink, kitchen tips and tools. So very seasonal, celebrations, entertaining. I love this. I think, what were you talking about, Patty? Look at download the recipe ebook. So lots of great things there. There is just a wealth of information just looking through all of these things. So, and then these people called that we have those, what are those people called that not advertise for us? I know my daughter's got them. I should ask her what they are.
Social media people?
No, yeah, but
influencers?
they do, oh my gosh, I gotta ask her. Hey, Nick?
Influencers?
Influencers. Yeah. They've got influencers now for their business. I'm like, hey, that's pretty cool. So these are influencers, and just some really great things. Board in the house. I mean, people are putting together hot chocolate charcuterie boards, pancake charcuterie boards. I mean, you name it, it's there. It's there.
I wanted to say that I'm doing, for my virtual parties, a 3-day party. Day 1, I'm doing appetizers. Day 2 is sides, and day 3 is desserts. And so most of my information is pulled from right here.
Really? Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's just such great things in here, food and tips. I mean, you could pretty much, put Thanksgiving in there, right? We can just put Thanksgiving.
During Halloween, I got a lot of my information from there too for Halloween.
Yeah, they have a lot of great things in here. Plan a guest list, choose Thanksgiving side dishes. There's tons of things here. Look at all this.
Yeah, it's a plethora
Oh my
of
God.
information.
Quick cooker pumpkin cheese bundt cake, which is like crazy good. Crazy good. I'm just going to say that. So they do such a great job with all of this, but I wanted to show you that. Let me just do this really quick. I'm just
I don't think a lot of people even know that that blog is there, and there's always great information. I love
I
it.
know. And you have it. I mean, it's not like you don't have it. You actually have one too. Virtual PC training group is Red Cheer. So this is kind of where you can go. There's a lot of great training in here as well. They just have, check out the announcements first, because you're going to go through the announcements. There's lots of videos that'll actually take you on a virtual tour of the group as well. We have what's called units, but now with this new, oh, here they are. So we have these great things called units, and you can go through and you can do some training right on here. And they're part of a show, so easy enough. And then they also have albums. How do I get back there with this new thing going on here? Well, let's see. I think I went too far back. Media. And here's our albums. So here in the albums, there's the new fall products. So we've got them in here, and all of these great, and I think she does add words and verbiage that go along with it. So lots of great things.
Just be sure to change up the verbiage.
Oh yeah, be sure to change up the verbiage. And actually there is a video on there if you need to change or add a border or a background, because when you have lots of consultants doing and sharing the same post, Facebook says a no. So does anybody have any questions while I'm here or while I'm here? Cool stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very cool.
There's the celebrations. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Thanksgiving menu planning tips. Maybe that's where I was just there. Holiday entertaining survival guide. Totally. Some great things. Okay. All right. I'll stop share. Okay.
Love it.
Do you have any questions? Oh, let's see. Is there chat? Somebody's congratulating. I just got it. I can't wait to try it. It's almost $2,500 in my first day. Oh, that was Wendy. Good girl. I'm getting that knife set if it kills me. Okay. All right. That sounds really good. Does anybody have any questions or comments? Or you guys are awfully quiet. You got to come with more than that.
Nobody has nothing?
No. Oh my gosh. You guys make it way too easy. How about this? How about if I stop the recording